The expert
on the Xbox.
Oh, it's my Xbox and her name's Sony. I'm bringing sexy back. Yep. Yep.
Pretty sure.
There's your intro right there.
There you go.
Yeah. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Xite Gaming Podcast, the place we come for the games, but you stay for the truth. Home of the Empty Promise. My name is Chris, and once again, I am joined on what is episode 40 of the podcast by my dear and best friend in the whole wide world, James D. Downey.
Hello.
I did not stagger once through that. I'm very impressed.
You didn't.
It's been 2 weeks.
You didn't stumble. You didn't fall.
No. And viewers of this podcast on YouTube may notice a couple of slight changes about it. We're not going to point them out, but if you do, hit us up. Hit us up in the comments below, and if you win, what? If you win, well, I mean,
you didn't even give them
if you
a challenge.
if you spot the difference, why we went away for 2 weeks, we're doing a lot of work to the set, and if you can spot the work to the set that we did, we will.
It took 2 weeks to do, so it's fairly,
Yeah, we'll heart your
monumental
comment. That's what
change.
we'll do.
We'll heart it.
We'll heart it, and you'll get a heart. You'll get that notification to say Xite Gaming hearted your comment. D, thank you for joining me on what is March 24th, 2018, episode 40.
We're finally here.
We're finally here. This is it. This is where we said if we get to episode 40, we're calling it quits.
This is it. Game over.
Yeah.
This is the final one. Oh, we should have got
balloons and all.
Fuck, wait a minute.
No, that's the 100.
We had 2 weeks.
But wait, we're quitting.
Yeah.
D, it has been an immensely busy, somewhat stressful, and in no way peaceful 2 weeks.
Yes. Well, I
hadn't seen you now until last night, so pretty much everything that we missed out on, we covered last night in the car journey to
we kind of fucked up
to the
there.
cinema. And now we have nothing to talk about. So for the next hour and 30 minutes, you are going to hear a lot of this. No, I'm joking. D, tell us.
Seriously, we're struggling.
Yeah, we are really struggling. D, tell us, what did you get up to in the 2 weeks that we were off?
Well, quiet enough week.
Quiet week.
Quite enough fortnight.
Yeah, Fortnite is right. Yeah, Battle Royale.
Tell you what I did, Chris. I've changed my, not my life, but made a big difference living up in Belfast. I took the Xbox up.
Big difference right there.
I was
game-changing moment.
literally game-changing.
Oh yeah, brilliant. Yeah, play on words there. Anyone who
call it
spotted
a
that, get in touch with us in the comments. Let us know. You might win something. Might win a heart.
We just pointed it out. But,
Yeah.
Yeah, I brought the Xbox up. I brought an Xbox up.
Yeah, you're one of your two.
One of
Sorry.
my two. I don't know why.
He's fucking two Xboxes. And
Xboxes,
still no PlayStation. It eludes me, D.
It eludes
you. Your ignorance amuses me.
Yeah.
That's a Tomb Raider reference right there, because Tomb Raider's big right now.
Oh, it's so hot right now.
Yeah, so hot. That's why we're covering it. Clickbait.
We're not cashing in on this.
Absolutely.
Cash cow
In
that
no
is
way
Tomb
are we milking or flogging a dead horse.
Oh, we love that series. We wouldn't do such a thing to it.
No, milking a dead horse.
Oh, that's just God.
Yes, I know.
I don't know what I'm. No, try not to imagine anything related to that. But
yeah. Anyway, yeah.
I brought an Xbox up. I'm finally playing some games up in Belfast, which is good. Like,
Excellent.
it's a great way to pass the time. Keeps me focused, and it's a great way to stay in shape.
Yeah.
It's good for him. Like,
Excellent. Yeah.
so I got playing a bunch of games this week. I'll get into that there, but yeah, I didn't do a whole pile.
So we had St. Patrick's Day.
We did. That was kind of like the
March 17th.
17th March.
Yeah. What did you get up to?
I was up in Belfast, so I stayed up in Belfast.
Obviously.
Why not?
Yeah.
And we went to, obviously it was fucking Six Nations Grand Slam match for Ireland
Unbelievable.
in Twickenham.
Brilliant.
So obviously everyone was just crowding into like a pub or
Anywhere you can find to watch it in a large quantity. Yeah.
So we went up to like the sort of kind of a sports bar for like 1 o'clock. The match didn't start at 2:45.
Yeah.
And there was a line outside it. Like,
You're
it was
joking.
like a 20-minute wait to get in. We were like, what?
What? So did you wait?
Did we fuck?
No.
Now we went on down. We went to a different place that was kind of like, we knew we would be busy enough.
Yeah.
But we were early enough that it wasn't too bad. Went in, walked to
Good
the
choice.
bar, stood there and didn't move.
Just stood at the bar. You're just right.
We're just like, this is our spot now.
Is it?
This is where we live.
Gentlemen. This. Anyway.
And yeah, that's what we did. We stood there. We drank pints.
Good.
And we watched the rugby.
What do you drink pints of?
What was I drinking pints of?
Piss.
pith. Might be on pith.
14 stone a day.
I don't know. Doesn't matter, does it?
Well, I kind of want to know what you
drink. It would have been
drink.
Coors if I had Coors there.
Pints of Coors?
If there's Coors there, I'll take it.
All right, yeah, not a bad
handy drink.
Yeah, okay.
But it might have been Harp.
I
quite like Harp now.
Do you?
Yeah.
Are you really into Harp?
I never drank Harp before.
I kind of want you to say from now on the podcast when you're really like enjoying something. I kind of want you to say that you're really into it.
I'm really into it.
Yeah, because it kind of gets me into it then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really into Harp right now.
Are you? Wow.
You should try it.
I feel like I know. I
it.
feel like I'd enjoy it now.
Aye. It's it's just refreshing and it's crisp.
Yeah.
No. We're not sponsored by Harp yet.
This video is no way endorsed by or promoted to.
But I don't know. I actually don't know what I was drinking.
You were drinking pints of something.
I was drinking pints.
Yeah, it was St. Patrick's Day and you're drinking pints of anything.
A good time.
Yeah,
right?
good, excellent. The rugby was fucking brilliant, man. Yeah.
It was great to see. It was kind of over by the halfway mark.
Still great to see them.
Didn't care. Didn't give a
Destroy
fuck.
England.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
In Twickenham.
Yeah.
For the Grand Slam. On St. Patrick's Day.
Absolutely.
Jesus Christ.
The luck of the Irish. Fiddly D. They weren't even lucky. They were just fucking brilliant.
They were just glass.
Yeah.
Not glass.
I thought you said glass.
They were just, and then it went class.
Just comma class. CLASS, which is a thing we do here in Ireland to say how much we enjoy something.
It's class.
I feel like I have to break.
Like it's classy. Like it's a class thing.
Class act.
It's not classes in classes like social classes.
No, we don't believe in that.
It's not class like school class. It's class. And when you know it, you know it, you know?
When you know, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Why are we talking about this?
I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't
the rugby was
It's a lot
great.
of what this podcast is.
The rugby was great.
Great.
Let's avoid that word.
Great.
Right? And yeah, man, I just fucking didn't sit back because I had to stand. Watched it. Then went to a different bar, had more drinks, went and got pizza from Apache.
Oh.
Fucking got a large pizza. Fucking class.
Yeah.
Sobered me up quite a lot, actually.
Glass?
Great.
I knew you were going there.
It was also excellent.
Yeah.
Oh no. It was nice.
Yeah.
And,
just nice.
Yeah. It was class.
Are you into it?
No? I mean, I'm always into pizza, Chris.
Oh, I mean, yeah,
Always
of course.
have been.
Yeah. Silly question.
And then we just played a bit of ping pong.
Slow that right down and rewind it again.
For the day that was in it, like, did I not mention where I'm living in Belfast? There's a ping pong table there.
Ping pong. This is literally what I heard. And when you listen this back, you'll understand it. Played a bit of ping pong. Played a bit of ping pong.
All right.
For anyone that can't.
I know that I may speak quickly sometimes, but
played a bit of ping pong.
No,
it's like
that's not me.
Bit of what a what? So you played a bit of ping pong.
Yeah, I did. I don't appreciate being fucking ridiculed on set.
That's twice I've marked you on the way you speak today.
Yeah,
did it once before.
It's not like you're like a master fucking grammar assist either. You literally said this eludes me earlier, and that didn't make any sense.
It does elude me.
Get your shit together. Get your house in order.
I'm actually having those lessons. What do you call those lessons? We've touched on this before, and I still forgot. And every time I think of it at such random times, I'm having that tutoring. You know, where you learn to pronounce all of your words.
Enunciate.
It's like yeah, but it's not an enunciation class. No. Well, okay.
At that time, the class means class.
Elocution lessons.
Ah,
there we go.
Damn, that's a good word.
I'm having elocution classes.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Anyway,
fair play to you. Oh, you're not really though.
No, absolutely not.
That's disappointing.
Wouldn't waste my time.
Can already speak good.
I can speak good. Yeah. Anyway, go on.
Well, that's a bit ahead of it.
Yeah.
No, well, yeah, we played a bit of ping pong.
Great stuff.
And then we went out back into town.
I'm not fucking.
Can you keep up with me? Can you?
All right.
And then we went back into town.
Excellent.
And it was very, very busy. We didn't really get into any of the popular places because we went left it a bit late. So we went to kind of a random wee place we'd never been before. It was alright.
Yeah.
I went to another place that was very empty, but at this point we were just like, I'm happy enough to drink.
Yeah, just drink and talk shit.
We went home. Oh, then we went and got a Chinese, a dirty, filthy Chinese.
Oh, see,
yeah,
nice, yeah,
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Just
at that point, it probably didn't even matter what you were eating, did it?
No, it was just like well, we go there. We used to go there a lot in uni. Whenever you were like out drinking, you were just like, this would be a good spot. Just a nice way to reminisce, I suppose.
Nice way to reminisce.
And then we had to walk for about half an hour home because the taxis were all obviously booked out. Yeah. St. Paddy's Day. And I'm sure it was cold in Liverpool too. You were home actually, sorry. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was. Yeah.
But it was bitterly cold on St. Paddy's Day.
Yeah.
Bitterly cold.
Yeah, it was very cold.
And we had to walk a half hour home, and it was just shit.
Oh no.
And we couldn't even run home.
Were you not warm after all the alcohol? No.
Not really.
I suppose beer doesn't really do that much. It's more like bourbon,
but
whiskey.
It was still like it was. You could be okay if it wasn't windy and blowing
Yeah,
at you,
yeah.
but it was.
Yeah, it was icy.
And we couldn't
wasn't it?
even run home.
That's
Like,
because we
I
heard.
planned to run home, but we'd eaten so much, it was not going to work well.
No, yeah. Yeah, when you plan to run home, I mean, you're obviously going to run home.
Yeah. No, but like I would have ran home, except when I tried to run, and it was like I ate way too much.
Yeah,
it was
okay.
like up to here.
Yeah, that's because that Beast from the East was apparently making like a slight comeback.
It's coming back next week.
England got some snow that time.
They did.
England got some snow last week, so yeah. And Wales got quite a bit up in the valleys.
There you have it.
Yeah.
It was snowing in thingy, wasn't it?
Where?
In fucking. Oh my god! It was on football. It was a football match that was on the television, and there was snow there.
Yes.
What was it?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was a good.
If it was on TV, it was FA
It
Cup.
might have been. It might have been the rugby actually.
It could have been, yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
In France?
They had anticipated snow for.
Oh, right, okay.
It might have been snow.
Yeah. What else you got up to then? Just a lot of work?
Well, yeah, I was hanging then the next day, Sunday.
Hanging like a
and,
bat.
Obviously, I stayed up in Belfast that weekend.
Yep.
Yeah, it was okay. Like,
Yeah.
didn't really do much. I was a bit hungover to be doing much.
Yeah.
And then the following week came around and played a lot more games.
Yeah.
Started making my own food, so I'm not taking away.
Good
nearly as
man.
much.
Good
Yeah.
man. What are you making?
I made steak this week.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
made steak. Followed Jamie Oliver's recipe to make steak.
Was it good?
At the second time, on the second attempt, I made it good.
First time was just okay?
First time, he recommends 6 minutes for medium,
Mm-hmm.
and my sirloin steak was maybe a bit thin.
Ah.
So it was well cooked by the
well
time I
cooked,
took it
yeah,
off the
yeah,
pan.
yeah.
It's like,
Okay.
next time I'm going to go 4 minutes,
Mhm.
and I did, and it was spot on.
So 4 minutes.
4 minutes, yeah.
Nice.
With sweet potato fries and a
Ooh.
little veggie dish.
Jesus, D.
Oh, it was lovely.
Calm down.
Fucking gorgeous, Chris.
Holy moly.
But you know yourself, like, you're my fucking class A cook.
What kind of class A? You're grade A? Grade A?
I just like the word class.
I know you like the
okay?
word class.
You can be a class A.
Like Charles,
thing.
like Charles class. Actually, that's glass, but still
I can. The words are interchangeable to me, apparently.
intertwinable.
Elocution.
Elocution.
Um,
Yeah.
That was, like it felt like a busy week, and it was a busy week because like it sort of was a long week up in Belfast.
Yeah,
I didn't get home.
So what all did you play this week? Then you said you played a lot of games.
Yeah, I
Let's
did play a lot of games. So
Let's touch on that.
on the weekend before, so the last time we did a podcast that
Yep.
weekend, I wanted to play a different game. I was looking through my collection, and one that's always been sort of bugging me. I remember getting it one time in CEX. Sex. Hate that name. I was like,
that's apparently what it's called.
yeah,
the advertisements and
ads,
all.
it's
Yeah.
sex, and I'm like, no, it's CEX.
Yeah, if you want to call it sex,
Fucking-
spell it SEX.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Catch yourself on.
Yeah.
But
Anyway, go on.
yeah, one that I've always been intending to play, and I just decided finally on Sunday to go ahead and do it. Alan Wake.
Oh, Alan Wake is right.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah.
So finally whipped it out, and then I got the game, put it in the Xbox, and I started playing. It's a very interesting game. I'm really enjoying it. It's very competently made, Chris.
Competently made.
Like, it's just
a great way to
you're
describe a
playing
game.
through it, and you never feel like, oh, this is just like clunky and this is just awkward. You're just like, oh, this is cool.
Just
And this
a
is cool.
real well-made game. Like, yeah.
There's no aiming reticule.
Rectile.
Erectile. There is
Yeah.
no gaming. There is no aiming erectile.
Erectile. Yeah. Okay.
He has a flashlight,
Mm-hmm.
and he gets a various different types of weapons or whatever, and the flashlight is your
Is your
aiming.
You're aiming.
And it works pretty well. Like, obviously it's quite forgiving, and then if you like, it's a flashlight, so it's not.
Yeah, it's quite
accurate,
broad
right?
spectrum. Yeah.
But it's really cool. Like, and
Nice.
it's a real psychological kind of mess as well.
Is it a horror?
I think maybe you could think it is, but it's not.
Okay.
It's not Resident Evil kind of like
No.
freaking you out.
Is it like Silent Hill? No. Esque?
Esque, maybe.
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Like, it's a weird place.
I
It's
think it could
dark
be a lot
lot,
like
and you're getting attacked by like crazed people.
sounds like The Evil Within.
It is a bit. It reminds me of The Evil Within a bit.
Nice.
Although I think it's a little bit more like the kind of the
Normal.
plot- not necessarily. No.
No.
The plot that's happening is weird. Like,
Okay.
but it's kind of in his head. You have to wonder how much is going on in his head, how much is
Ah,
real.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Nice.
But I am really enjoying it. I was kind of annoyed that I knew when I started playing it, I knew I wasn't going to be back next weekend to play it because of
Yeah,
St.
yeah.
Patrick's Day. I was like, fuck, I have to leave this for 2 weeks. So tonight and tomorrow I'm going to get playing it.
Nice.
Hopefully,
Excellent.
hopefully I'm
Sounds
just
good.
going to polish it off
Brilliant.
this weekend.
Nice.
It was great.
Look forward to hearing about that.
I hope it continues to impress me as much as it has done so far.
Good.
Second,
Yeah.
I played so many games this week. It was class actually,
Yeah.
because I never play games.
I know.
Um,
'Cause I'm just on this podcast, but I never play games.
I know,
It's like this
like,
thing.
it's only because
To be fair, we kind of just
work
play
and
the
stuff.
same games until a big one comes out.
Well, that's it.
That's what I feel like anyway.
this week and these last
Same, my
weeks,
week has changed
I
dramatically as
haven't.
well.
I've been all over.
Anyway,
this.
go on, second.
We did a Fallout Let's Play, which you can see.
Yes, check that out.
We'll tag that somewhere.
That was a great suggestion for a video, by the way, from Ryan True Gamer. And if you have any other suggestions for any other videos or games or, you know, like little challenges that we could be doing in games, let us know,
let
and
us
we
know,
will
yeah.
happily hit that up.
Attempt to do them and probably fail,
Oh,
and then do our own thing afterwards, which is what we did in that video.
pretty much. Yeah.
I think we spent it's like a 10-minute video out,
Yeah.
and we did about 2 minutes of the stealth challenge,
Yeah.
and
And the first minute was us explaining the stealth challenge. 30 seconds was a compilation of us sneaking the silly music.
sneaking like
Yeah.
there's no one around. We just
And the last
crouched.
30 seconds was us ruining the stealth challenge. Then we
Yeah.
just
Give up.
whipped out the baseball bat and away we went.
Oh, it was a good crack though. It was a good crack.
Yeah, go on.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the game I'm playing a lot of now.
Fallout.
Fallout 4
Brilliant.
got
Excellent.
the DLC, Chris.
Yes, you did indeed.
Playing far harder at the minute.
Is it as good as the reviews I heard?
It's pretty good.
Because when it came out, it was pretty positive, wasn't
yeah,
it?
yeah, It's a nice little place, like a new place. Interesting enough concepts, and I like the places I've been so far. Best part about it though is it's a nice open island, like
Nice.
plenty of places to go and dick about in. Because some new creatures. A really cool thing happened that just completely, I was just like, wow, this is a really nice touch.
Yeah.
I was walking up to like this destroyed bridge
Yeah.
back to the mainland.
Mhm.
You're set on an island, and I just walked up to see what the crack was, and there was this old like I guess it was like half of a bus just sitting there.
Okay.
Destroyed ruins everywhere in Fallout, so you paid no attention to it. But on this island, there's like this weird fog that has made all the creatures kind of like grow in size.
Yeah.
And all this here. And so I kind of just turned away, and then I heard all this noise, all this kerfuffle behind me. I turned around. It was a hermit crab. A
Right.
massive hermit crab, which is just like, you know, like,
Right.
as its shell was the fucking
The
half
bus?
of this bus. And I was just like, what the fuck?
That's brilliant.
That was really cool, and killed that, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's got like nice touches like that. It's not just like, let's make a new area and fire them in with the same old shit from the base
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, yeah.
They put a bit of time and effort into it, which
Nice.
you appreciate.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm enjoying it so far.
Excellent.
New missions, new characters, it's good. Like,
Yeah.
refreshes you
Yeah,
back into
yeah,
the
yeah.
experience. And I'm going to continue playing with that and the other DLCs and sort of basically just play through the stories. I'm not going to worry too much about achievements and all that noise. Like,
Yeah.
But that's fall. That's kind of like my fallback game.
Yeah.
I'll go back to it. It'll always be sort of played for the next couple of weeks, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
And then I've been trying a couple of different new things as well.
Nice.
Another game which I had been sort of intending to get around to for a long time. It was one that was gifted to me, if you remember this. Gifted to me, sorry, at Christmas.
Yes,
For
indeed.
my Reddit Secret Santa. Do you remember what it was?
Santa. That would have been you were gifted PC game?
Yeah, well, yeah, but I got it on the Xbox.
Oh, of course you did.
Well, he got it for me on the Xbox.
Farm?
No.
No.
Just Jesus, no. It won a couple of awards at the Game Awards, or it was nominated for a couple of games.
It was in Limbo.
No, it was What Remains of Edith Finch.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Of course.
And I tell you what I intended to do. So I downloaded Fortnite. I forgot that one.
Yeah.
Fuck. Downloaded Fortnite
Yeah.
to play, and it was downloading. I was kind of had to wait a while for it to finish downloading. So it says I'll whip open this What Remains of Edith Finch, which I downloaded already, so just to see what it is.
Yeah.
You know, I'll jump in it for maybe an hour or so while I
Yeah.
wait. Started to play it, Chris. Couldn't stop.
Serious?
Swear to God, it's only about 3 or 4 hours. Maybe not even. Maybe just 3 hours.
But a
2 or 3 hours.
great 3 hours.
But literally, once you start, the story is just really interesting, really engrossing. Like, and it's really like, it's not driven like, but it kind of is. It's kind of like once you come in, it's like it's very obvious where to go next.
Okay.
You don't have to go there,
Yeah.
but you kind of want to because you know that's where the story naturally leads.
Wants you to go.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you could go the other end and dick about or whatever,
Yeah.
but you kind of want to.
You
follow.
want to follow this.
Yeah, you're being told a
Nice.
story. You want to like
All right.
experience it the way it's been told, and it's weird to explain, but it's very, very well laid out. Incredible attention to detail.
Yeah.
It's just all set in one house, but like, it's just every room is just full of little like nods and little pieces, and each like bedroom has like a different personality based on the person who lived in that bedroom.
Brilliant.
Fucking excellent, hey. And essentially, it's just like I read an interesting review of it. It was like it's like a vignette of game ideas sort of thrown into
Combined,
one
yeah,
experience. So like every time you're investigating a new room, it's a different member of the Finch family,
Right.
and it kind of just explains their like sort of story. the deal with the Finches is they're kind of like a tragic family, just full of like fucking tragedies or whatever.
Okay.
And you're kind of just exploring their history. And each room you go into is like a different story about a different like relative. And like some of them are tiny, small experiences where you just sit in front of like and one of them is where you just sit and you hit the right trigger to eat a can of peaches. And it's like keeps repeating over and repeating over and repeating over. And then eventually the character you're playing as decides no more of this and goes and does something else and immediately dies.
Wow.
Yeah. That's one of them. It's tiny. Nothing really happens in it. And you're kind of like, well, that was an interesting story, but I don't really get the point of that. And then there's other ones which is like completely different. Like there's ones where you're controlling different animals and stuff. Just there's loads of different game experiences within it. But the story is great.
Okay.
Phenomenal. Like, and it's really like it sinks into you. Like you're thinking about it for days afterwards.
I might have to, I like story-driven games like that, so this could be something I might enjoy.
I think it's like £15 for that game, and it's only 3 hours, and that might feel like that's not much value for money, but like, think of it as if you're going to watch a film in the cinema.
£5 an hour. Yeah,
you're going to watch a film. That's what this is. It's a film. It's a really good film.
Yep.
But you play, and you're more engrossed in it because you are part of the experience. If you know what I mean.
Yep.
Edith Finch. Deserving of whatever awards it may or may not have won. It's very good game.
Excellent.
Yeah, and then Fortnite, obviously, I mentioned. I downloaded it because
Battle Royale.
Completely free.
Yeah.
Had to find out what the crack with this game was.
Did you play much of it?
I played. Let's see. Yeah, I played a right bit. I played about 2 hours totally.
Download it on your Xbox?
Yeah.
Nice.
And like I get it. I understand why it's popular.
It's brilliant.
It's not brilliant.
It's brilliant.
It's not brilliant by any
stretch.
stretch.
Addictive. I think. Do you think? Is it like what a lot of people say? It would be more addictive and more enjoyable if you're playing it like with a group of friends, all in kind of the one map. Or
for sure. Yeah.
Isn't there like
you can do squads?
Squads.
You can do like big teams of 20, and you can do like duos.
Yeah,
2 guys, you know, teaming up. I played. I just mainly played, by myself or whatever.
Battle Royale. Yeah.
And like it's good, like, but it's just I don't know, like
just gimmicky.
No, it's a perfectly fine game. It's just not. It's not amazing.
Yeah.
Battle Royale in general just didn't blow me away.
I love the idea of Battle Royale.
So did I. But then the very first game I finished 5th in my very first game.
Jeez, it's not bad.
But that's because I landed down, didn't know where to go.
Please tell me you posted that on Twitter.
Yeah, I shared that with all my Twitter followers.
Yeah.
Man, I landed down in the very first go. There was no one around. I obviously went to the fucking buttfuck nowhere, like.
Yeah.
And I found a gun eventually after ages, and then I just didn't see anybody. And the first person I saw, tried to kill him, and I didn't, and he killed me.
Oh fuck!
But I still came 5th.
Yeah, you survived long enough.
It just felt empty that time. And the next couple of times I went for more active areas, like, and I got a couple of kills and whatever. I didn't finish as well.
Yeah.
Did a team-based one.
Nice.
And our team finished 2nd. I was like the 3rd last person to die. I could have won that one. Like,
sounds good.
It just, I don't know.
I'd like to play some of that with you. We should do a video.
We should, actually, if we can get some
I'd like to come up to Belfast with you.
Internet. Well, fair enough.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be too bad. Like.
Yeah, it'd be very doable.
I think, if we could get the 2 of us playing, it would actually be a lot more fun.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely true.
Yep.
But, like, in general, I don't know. Maybe it's because I was kind of going, where's the hype and all this?
Yeah, I know, because we kind of left.
Had I just played the game, I would have been like, this is class.
Yeah.
And it's free, like, so why the fuck not? Play it there.
Yeah.
For the crack. I had to buy Xbox Live to play it, though, which I kind of was like, well.
Yeah. I suppose, yeah.
I don't really want to play it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's no one I forgot to fucking mention.
What's that?
Another game that requires Xbox Live. I'll get around to it. I'm going to speed up because I'm taking a bit of time. Yeah. But I bought Thimbleweed Park. I mentioned this before for the laptop. That's a good game too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't played much of it because I've been playing these other things. And they were interesting. Super hot.
Super hot, yeah.
Super hot.
So I've only heard of this on VR. Super hot VR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was playing the non-VR version.
Obviously.
It's like a puzzle shooter, if you can imagine. Do you understand the gimmick behind Super Hot?
No.
So time only moves when you move. So if you stand perfectly still, time will not move.
Nothing moves.
Yeah, because you can assess the situation and sort of nothing's moving. Right?
Okay.
And then like as you move, so like there's these red guys, these are the guys you have to kill. They'll like pop up and they'll shoot at you, and the bullet will come, and you can see the bullet come, and if you stop, it'll stop, and then you can kind of like work out, I move this way a bit and whatever.
Oh, okay.
Avoid them, and you got to kill them. That's pretty interesting. Like it's a good concept, but like. I played maybe half an hour of it, and then I was just like, "Oh man, I just want to play fucking,
I just want to play Fortnite
or something." You know, like, I just couldn't be. I think if I give it a bit more time, I'd probably enjoy it a lot more.
It's, yeah.
It's a really cool concept, like, and it's really well executed.
Yeah.
And it's obviously it's a puzzle game. I think like you can't approach it. You can't just like run in and try and like, oh, I'll take these guys out. You have to think like, all right, I have to be careful of this and this and this, and I can use the fact that he's coming out here.
I like it. I like the time when
Yeah.
he moves. It's like Bernard's watching a game.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, it's nothing like that.
Bernard's Watch, the shooter, first person shooter.
Brilliant. What else do you play?
Fortnite, Thimbleweed Park, and finally Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves.
The
Excellent.
Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves. Hi.
Sea of Thieves is an incredibly fun game.
Good.
I got it for free with the Xbox fucking Game Pass, right? 14 days for free. I was like, nothing to lose. Download the game. Already had to pay for Xbox Gold for Fortnite. It's like, why not?
Yeah.
Download this fucking game and play it, right? So I did that.
Yeah.
Immediately started playing and played single player because I didn't really know what the crack was. And it was okay. It was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
You have to do everything yourself. So, like, if you want to, like, steer the ship, you have to do that. But it's like,
There's something else
the
going
seals
on.
need to come down. Okay, I have to stop steering the ship and go bring the seals down. And then you got to, like, drop the anchor, raise the anchor. You have to do all this shit yourself. And it's like, this would be so much handier if I had another person.
If I had a crew.
A crew, my friend.
Okay.
I was like, nah, this is a bit shit.
Did you get yourself a crew then?
Not bothering with this. Yeah, so I just jumped into matchmaking with like complete randomers, right? The very first game I played, it was fucking excellent.
Yeah.
Crew. Like, see, this is something I was saying. I'm gonna mention James Sinker's opinion of it. We were kind of talking. He was like, a lot of the people you meet will just be like dicks.
Yeah.
You know, some people are dicks and they just kind of want to like dick about and not really do anything interesting.
Yeah.
And then if you're playing single player, like them dicks, like that happened to me, they'll just kill you.
Yeah.
You know, there's no real like. The good part about that game is all the social interaction, and sometimes you're
some
not
people
gonna
are just
experience that. So it really depends who you're playing with. Like, it's heavily dependent on who you're playing with.
Yeah.
The very first crew I got were class. They were great guys. It was this English guy. He was fucking hilarious. Another English guy, but he was like quieter. And then there's two of us who I didn't have a mic. Just couldn't really communicate. But you find ways of communicating non-verbally, which is pretty interesting as well. And just sailing about, like went and got some treasure, killed some like weird skeleton things, like, and you're sitting playing music half the time, drinking grog, getting yourself pissed drunk so you can't even move about, right? Like,
sounds excellent.
and just having a good time, like. And
nice.
You did the same couple of missions over and over, and you brought back and you got some gold, and it was like, that's pretty cool. And I had to go make food. Then I was like, right, signing off or whatever. I'll come back and play this again. Came back the next day to play it. Got another crew who were alright, but they weren't like nearly as fun as the other guys.
Yeah.
But we did more missions. We're kind of more efficient with this new crew. And then I realized the problem with this game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lot of people have mentioned about this already. Like thousands of people have already commented about this. It's the same stuff over and over.
Yeah.
So
you done it once. You
went and got another treasure, which was a different, it was a different riddle or it was a different map, but it was the same concept.
Principle. Yeah.
And then killed some different like skeleton crews or whatever it was. And it was like, cool, bring that back for a bounty, blah, blah, blah. And you came back and you cashed it and you got more gold. And it was like, what the fuck do I do with all this gold I've got?
Yeah.
And it's really just for buying cosmetics. You know, like a new gun or a new thing. But the gun isn't any more powerful than the base gun.
Yeah.
And you just look kind of different. And I was just kind of like, well, I don't really...
If that's it, like,
I don't really give a fuck about that. Like,
yeah.
I get like why you might want, okay, that's a cool hat. I'm going to try and get that hat.
Of course.
I'll go do some missions to get that hat. And like, cool, but... I really wish there was some other reason to go do those missions.
Yeah, just to keep you playing.
Any kind of mini narrative at all, like just kind of like, oh, this person killed your family.
Yeah,
that's enough for me to go and I'm gonna kill that fucking whatever. It just feels like they need to add stuff quick.
I think well, I think they will.
Oh, they
definitely think they will.
Yeah, they definitely will.
But it's how soon before they start like losing that retention of people. You know what I mean? Like
because there's so many people playing it. They had to close their servers.
Serious?
On the first day because there's so many people playing.
Wow.
And I was like, well, this is promising. This is good. It's going to be a big community. But like, and it is. And I've met a few other crews. Like our crew has met other crews, but we never really interacted. It felt like the game was going to have a lot more people on the same server at once.
Yeah.
I thought you're going to be meeting a lot more people. That doesn't really happen as much.
Right.
I really think that game needs a player v player element.
Where
you can basically just go like, right, the purpose of you playing for this round is to kill as many other crews as you can.
Yeah.
Rather than just kind of, if you encounter them, you can kill them or you can befriend them.
Or you can leave it. Yeah.
You know, have that in a standard version of the game, but they need to add something like. They need to give you more purpose to play.
Sea of Thieves, Pirate Royale.
There you go, Chris.
I've got
there
it.
you fucking
I've
go.
got it.
Or just you should do something like that.
Yeah.
There's one big fucking like chest of loot
Yeah.
in the map. It's here.
Yeah.
Go get
Go
it.
get it.
10 different crews. Go get it.
Yeah.
40 players at once. That would be great. It's so simple to implement, but like it just feels like they haven't thought it through.
Yeah.
You know, like
I think what they had is like they thought it through to an extent that like, oh, we're going to do this, and they probably just weren't expecting it to take off as well as it did, and now they're kind of putting the back foot.
I think they anticipated.
Yeah.
It. I think they anticipated people getting along, and that's how they're going to make the crack. And that is so far how it works. You get the fun out of this game by interacting with people. Like it's a kind of a social thing, right?
Yeah.
The missions are just there for something to do.
Yeah.
You know, give you a purpose. They're going to lose that eventually. Like they're going to lose it pretty quickly. Actually.
Yeah.
You know, I can imagine if I go back in that game now Monday, right, by myself, I probably will enjoy it, but I won't have the same drive. But if I went back into that same game
With a team.
Monday with, say, you and Sinker, I would have a blast.
A ball, yeah.
It would be great crack.
Yeah.
So it really depends on who you're playing with. And, like, they're not always going to have that. Like, they're not always going to have, you're not always going to have, as a player, a great crew to play with.
How long did it take you to download, just out of curiosity?
It's only like 9 gigabytes. So
right. Happy days.
it took like an hour and a half. Maybe.
Not bad, yeah.
Not even.
Happy days.
Yeah, I was quite surprised with that.
Excellent.
But like it needs stuff quick. The only thing I will say about it is though it's a £50 game, $60 game, and like a lot of people are saying like that's not acceptable for a game with such little content.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm thinking is if it's going to be a lifetime, you pay £60 to play this game for the lifetime of the game.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like instead of subscribing for like a World of Warcraft kind of,
You
thing,
just buy.
you buy one time, but like that's. You're essentially trusting the developers to make the game worthwhile a month down the line.
Yeah.
And to make you want to play the game a month down the line. So it's kind of like, it's a bad trade-off at the minute, I think.
Okay.
And I think if the numbers come out, like I think like 80% of the people who are playing that game now will have picked it up on Game Pass. Because why wouldn't you?
Yeah, of course.
It's a game you're not sure about. You can get Game Pass for 14 days for free.
Yeah.
Or a tenner for the month.
Yeah.
And play the game for a month.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. You had a lot of gaming this week.
I did, yeah.
The last 2 weeks.
I was quite happy with the amount of gaming I did, Chris. I'm looking forward to like pumping on with this year and whenever Far Cry 5 comes out.
Done more gaming, yeah. You carried the flag in terms of gaming.
Woo! But that's it. That's all I had to do, you see.
Yeah.
I didn't have things to do often gallivanting around fucking Liverpool.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, no, I was in Liverpool.
That's what you gained from Liverpool.
That's pretty much it.
All right, mate.
Yeah, no. I've been in Liverpool. I've been in Liverpool, working out there, doing my training out there. An incredibly intense and stressful couple of weeks, D.
All right.
Specifically last week. The first week was fine. It was all kind of classroom based. I had to just do a lot of assessments and. What seems boring to a lot of people, I actually found quite enjoyable. I thought it was good. I like the classroom. Class. These lessons aren't paying off.
Class is a difficult word to say, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I found the classroom aspect of it quite enjoyable, and then I was like so nervous going back to store because as soon as we're in the stores, then we're just constantly being assessed and marked and everything. But I'm doing well so far. Like I've passed all my assignments with flying colours. As it stands, I have two more assessments to be marked on, one more written test, and a H&R seminar to attend.
My God.
And that's me then.
That's the big three, though.
That's the big three, and then I'll be fully qualified or whatever. But apart from that, yeah, Liverpool's all right. Like,
whereabouts are you in Liverpool?
I don't even know. It's a place called Axis. I don't know where it is. We're like not even like in the city centre. We're like a good bit outside of the city centre. First week, like the Bayou Dominoes and all on the Tuesday, and then the Thursday they sent us all to
on the Tuesday though. For Tuesday,
obviously.
Yeah.
Then they sent us all to John Moore's for a cookery course, just as like a team bonding kind of thing, which was excellent. Like, because the chef was like just hilarious, like really really good. Loads of like innuendos and stuff to keep everybody like fucking like.
Sorry about them innuendos.
Yeah, he just kept everybody like really positive. Met some really cool people. I'm getting on a lot with the group that I'm out there with. Thank God we've got a really good group. Done a lot of flying, obviously back and forth. So fly out every Sunday, fly back every Friday. Don't mind that.
That's all covered though.
Yeah, that's all covered completely. Just getting really sick of airports, to be honest. Yeah, fucking hate airports.
What were you flying from Liverpool to Belfast?
Yeah,
because they're not great airports.
terrible.
Is there anything in them?
Fucking airports.
Could you go get like food or whatever?
Like so little. Like last week, thank God, Ashley and I went and got a bite to eat before I went to the airport. In Liverpool, like for like an airport that size for a city as busy as Liverpool, like it's shocking how little is in it. Like you have like the normals, like a Starbucks, a like place to eat, and then just like a WH Smith and like a fucking Boots that sell like sandwiches and stuff, and you're like, why? Belfast airport's an absolute shithole.
No,
like.
there's nothing in Belfast because it's a city airport as well.
Yeah, I
it's
hate it.
Tiny.
No, I flew international airport.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, still a shithole. Like, nothing in it. Like.
Just as bad.
Because last week, because of the snow and all, there was like 5 or 6 flights cancelled, and ours was only delayed like by about 15-20 minutes. But because the airport's so small and all these people were still there, like it was it was like sardines, man. It was horrible. But on the plus side, I took my Switch with me. And I have been getting into Breath of the Wild, which is, and I know it's so late, like I'm just over a year.
Literally over a year.
But it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Like I'm really getting into it. The world's amazing. Story so far is very, very good. I've been sucked in. The dungeons and stuff that I have explored so far have been excellent. The puzzles are great. They're enough to kind of challenge you so far, but not enough that you're like, oh, like I'm just really stuck. But I can see how they're getting more and more difficult as time goes on. Did this really cool thing where I had to go, what did I have to go and do? Oh yeah, so I like climbed this real tall tower, spoke to this old guy, and he's like, I'm going to give you your like parachute, but first you need to you need to go to all these shrines and obtain these orbs. So I climbed the tower, marked the shrines, and I was heading to one, but you're heading from like this like warm area, and it's like this really cold environment. You can see like Link has like a little like thermometer. And when he starts to get like cold, you can only survive in that like condition in that area for so long, unless you have like proper supplies with you. So you can pick up like like wild like foods and berries and stuff and craft them into stews that like increase like your thermostat like inside. It's really, really cool. Or like the more activity you do, the like warmer he keeps. So you could be constantly like moving or just eating like these chilies to stay warm and stuff. It's a really, really cool concept. Like I'm not sure if it works the same if I'm going to be in a really hot environment yet.
You cool down?
I'm gonna have to cool down.
But really cool.
I've only been in like this one like small portion of the map that you can see, but it's enormous. So I dread to think just how big this is going to become. Like very, very cool. Really enjoying that in the looting and getting weapons, and like you can just like break off like a tree branch. Only lasts like a wee while, and then it'll break, and you're gonna have to find more weapons, and you can constantly keep that going. Really cool so far. That's all I've been playing though. Because just with work,
what's the ideal thing for playing, like, because you're on planes and trains and automobiles?
I didn't have a very good like St. Patrick's weekend, I guess, because it was just I was home, and it literally felt like I was just home, and then I was flying back again. I had an assessment like first thing in the Monday morning as well, so I was just studying for that. But apart from that, let me think. What have I wrote down here? So yesterday I almost missed my flight home.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So I was being marked on this. I was being marked on an assessment, right? And then I had to learn. They have to do like a run through of the one I have now on Monday, and it came to like 3:00, and I was like, right, I really have to leave now, like, because like I have to be at the airport. My flight's at 5. I have to be through security before. I forget what time it was. Say it was like 4:30. I had to be through security. He was like, yeah, no problem. So I left work at like 3:30, so I had an hour to get through the gate, but that was half an hour journey to the airport. But that's without traffic, and then check a bag and go through security. And I knew from like being there before the previous week, security took like 40 minutes to get through, and I was like, oh my god, this is good. So I told the driver, I was like, look, I have to make a flight very, very soon. He was like, no worries, leave it with me. I swear to God, I was genuinely convinced. And anyone that's seen the Instagram story and kept up to date with it, I was sure I was dead. I was sure. I kept like posting like pictures of like where I was in Google Maps in case I did die, so people would know. But I swear to God, like we went through like a cul-de-sac at one point, with all the bumps for slowing down for kids. He overtook like 3 cars along in the cul-de-sac, right? Got to like corners and stuff that you couldn't even see around. He was like, right, we're just gonna go for it, mate. And they just took off.
Jesus Christ.
I was like, oh Jesus. I was like, yeah, go for it. And unbelievable. Like,
God, Chris.
Kudos to that taxi driver there. He got me there in time. Got my bag checked, and I just made it through security, and then there was an announcement that the plane was delayed by like 15 minutes, and I was like,
well, that's good.
Happy days.
That's good though.
So I made my flight, obviously, go back home. That's pretty much it. I'm going to play some, I'm going to take in
cards.
Actually, I'll keep that for later.
Solitaire. Yeah. No, you tell me.
I'm going to keep that for later on in in the podcast. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that for later on. I have a bottle of red wine waiting for me at home tonight, D.
Do you drink red wine?
I do drink red wine.
I did not know that.
Red wine? I do drink red wine.
Do you eat red vines? Fuck.
Red vines.
Oh man, I thought I could say that.
I don't drink white wine. I like red wine. But that keeps falling. I said I wasn't gonna have anything to drink until next Wednesday until we finish our course, and then. But this week was such a fucking long and tedious week, and then I just got home and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna pick up a bottle of wine and have it at the weekend. So I might get a pizza and have some wine this evening. But apart from that, yeah, it's been.
Make sure you let your wine decanter and let the antioxidants
dissipate.
Yeah,
that's it. Wine advice from us too, because tried and tested. But that's.
You said tried.
What the fuck is going on with my mic?
I think it's just fed up, Chris. It's just like
seems like it has fucking erectile dysfunction. If this is gonna keep happening to you, I swear to God.
It's okay, Mike. This happens to everybody.
I'll keep my hand there for now, just to make sure it doesn't happen.
It's still falling though.
Is it?
It's free fall.
Oh, Jesus, I hate this.
Just hold it, yeah.
Because then I look like a spa.
You already look like a spa, Chris.
Yeah, edited that Fallout video as well, but that's pretty much all we've been doing. Shall we touch on some news?
Yeah,
a lot of news. We'll bang out this news.
There was a bunch of news, but we kind of fucking.
Yeah.
It was hard to keep up with it because
we left it half-hearted. Yeah. We'll bang out this news, Dave, because I really want to get talking about our main topic this week.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot to actually say.
Yeah, a lot to rant about.
What way do you want to do this news? Actually, oh my God, Mike! Honest to Jesus, this is really pissing me off now. Don't.
For those listening, Christopher's mic is falling down. There is not somebody called Mike annoying him.
Can you fix this?
Yeah. Oh, we can hear that, Chris.
Sorry.
Oh, that's spiking. That's spiking real bad. I'm gonna mark that.
Oh my God! It's the holder of the mic. You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do what I did back in like episode 20 something.
You're gonna hold it?
I'm just gonna fucking hold it between my legs.
No, just hold the mic.
No.
Forget the arm. Just hold the mic.
No, that's fine.
That'll look more natural. You'll be like,
should I hold the mic?
Huh?
Should I hold the mic?
I don't know. It's up to you. Like that just feels awkward. This feels much naturaler.
All right, this is really weird though, like because we haven't held the mics.
Okay, just imagine you're interviewing me.
All right, okay.
That's more natural.
No, we haven't held the mics from that one time we tried to do an E3 video where we all held the mics.
Oh, good God!
And the audio was fucking terrible, dude.
Oh,
terrible. You know, we just shouldn't hold mics. But I guess I feel kind of cool doing this.
Yeah.
I kind of want to break out into song.
And when we finish, you have the opportunity to drop the mic.
Oh, mic drop.
So choose,
yeah, absolutely. I'm not going to do that though. I
Depends on how epic your final statement is.
That's very true.
Yeah. So we'll play it by ear.
Oh, now I feel under pressure to have an epic statement.
It'll come natural.
All right, okay. Let me just say this to everybody who has been keeping up to date with the videos that we post, and especially the podcast, because I actually can't believe that our podcasts are continuing to grow in views and watches every week. It's amazing. I mean, like, I actually do think to myself some week, like, who actually wants to listen to us?
What are you doing?
It amazes me that people actually listen to this, even if it's just to tune in for, like, you know, hear what we get up to during the week or to hear a certain aspect of our podcast. It's amazing to get that. So thank you very much to everybody who does so, be it on iTunes or be it on YouTube. It's absolutely incredible. Thank you and welcome to all our new subscribers that we've had to the channel. It's awesome seeing you there. And thank you to all the support from all our friends on YouTube and all our subscribers. It's great having you all there, and you are all doing amazing things as well, and we hope that we can all grow and just enjoy this whole experience together. Remember that you can catch...
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's profound words, dude.
Yeah.
You can stay in touch with everything that we do throughout the week on our social media. Twitter and Instagram seem to be the two big ones. But we do post on Facebook from time to time if you want to follow us there as well. Just search for Xite Gaming on pretty much any one of those formats and you'll find us.
Yeah.
But do head over to our YouTube channel, and if you can subscribe there, that would be absolutely fantastic. Leave a like, leave a comment especially. We love getting in touch with you and hearing your thoughts and opinions, and everybody that has been, thank you so much. It's greatly appreciated. With that all being said, and out of the road, D, let's do this news thing
that we do.
This
news thing that we do. There's one thing that news has been in my mind. It's the only one I can really recall from this last 2 weeks. I've said it about 4 times already.
Okay, go for it.
It's the Deadpool trailer.
Deadpool 2 trailer drop. What do you think of it?
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, very much so.
Although I don't know, it just feels kind of differenter from the rest of the marketing they've done from it.
It felt like a sequel when I seen it.
Yeah,
which I didn't kind of want.
And they kind of like literally like said that clearly to the camera.
Yeah,
a couple of times as well.
But like, I'm excited about it. I'm very excited. I think it's going to do really, really well.
It doesn't matter. They could have done it. In fact, yeah, they probably could have done a trailer of like some other film.
Yeah, and
they could have put Titanic trailer on there and put Deadpool 2 at the end, and people would have went, "Oh, that's a brilliant trailer.
That's brilliant. Yeah.
I'm gonna go see Deadpool."
Do you think it's going to do better than Black Panther? Black Panther's taken over $1 billion.
It's cleaned up, but probably
Over $1 billion.
I know, yeah, but that's not the first Marvel film to do that, though.
No, but I was just so surprised that Black Panther did it.
I said that to you. I said it looks really good.
Yeah.
I didn't go watch it.
No, neither did I.
No. I really wanted to.
To be honest, though, I heard so much about it, I can pretty much piece together the story.
Okay, and I haven't heard much. All I've heard is that the writing is not oddly, but surprisingly very good.
Yeah.
Because I thought the visual look of the film was what was going to do well.
Yeah, yeah.
Apparently, the writing is really good.
God of War D went gold.
It's gold.
It's gold, which means it's been burnt to disc.
Yeah. They're not changing anything else.
That's it. It's done. The game is made, essentially.
Oh, no, don't worry. There's a 14 gigabyte day one patch. Oh, funny tidbit.
To unlock Kratos.
Did you did you hear about the Sea of Thieves day one patch?
No.
Did you not?
No.
It's pretty cool.
What is it?
It's an eye patch.
Brilliant.
It's literally a day one patch.
That's brilliant.
I thought that was quite humorous.
Good play on that, yeah.
It's pun on words.
But God of War has went gold, so April 26th or 27th, I think, around that. I know it's just before my birthday.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Could be like a week before, so...
Could be in May. I'm not...
Could be May, yeah, could be. Could be entirely wrong with what I'm saying.
God of what? I don't think that's... Nah.
Yeah, God of...
You're thinking of Gears of War.
Gears of War.
4.
I've literally wrote down here, GOW gone gold, and when I first looked down, I was like, oh, Gears of War went gold. I was like, that must mean they're still selling copies. But no, God of War's gold, which means it's being burnt to death. No more's being done.
Yep.
I'm excited about it. That'll probably be... I keep saying that'll probably be the next big one I play. I know Far Cry's there, but...
Oh, you're not necessarily going
I
to
don't know. I have something standing in the way at the minute. And I'm not sure. I'll talk about it a little bit later.
Okay.
Yeah. It's my penis.
It's posed a lot of problems in my life.
Far Cry obviously drops on Tuesday, so by the time you listen to this podcast,
Tomorrow.
Far Cry is dropping tomorrow.
Get your
so
ready.
go get it. Get your skates on. Get it tonight.
Or don't.
If you're going into the midnight launch.
Does that happen in many places anymore?
Still does, yeah. I know games still do it apparently.
Let me know.
But don't fucking tell you when it is.
They fucked that up.
Yeah.
Let us know if you're going to a midnight launch or have been to a midnight launch for a game recently, and what game was it, and why did you go for the midnight launch, and was it good, and etc.
Yeah, just let us know.
I'd like to know, because it's something I used to like to do.
Yeah.
And in recent years haven't.
I think it's more
really
bigger cities and
it.
bigger like fucking areas and districts and
but
stuff.
But even around us, like for certain games, it would have been big. But like I think just with the whole like onset of like digital downloads and all that noise, it's like less and less it's happening. Yeah, let us know about that in the comments. On Instagram, on Twitter,
and win yourself a heart from us.
Win it.
So that's gone gold. That's gone gold. Far Cry's out Tuesday. Ratchet and Clank and Bloodborne are the two games. PS Plus games this week. This month, sorry,
which are great.
Throughout March. Incredible. Like I can't speak for Bloodborne, but I've heard nothing but great things.
I've always heard things like excellent game.
Excellent, yeah.
Get into it, you'll love it.
It's like from what I gather, it's a funner Dark Souls. You know, it's like a it's a funner.
It's a game I'd like to try and play.
Absolutely, but as far as Ratchet and Clank go, like if you have a PS4 and you haven't played Ratchet and Clank, I don't know, just don't know, do you?
Lost Cause.
Yeah, Lost Cause. Yeah,
I'm gonna buy a PS4.
And you're going to play. There's no point in saying you're not.
That's the only way I think I could stomach you if I bought a PS4. Well, I will buy a PS4. Because you've known about it so much. I'll just buy it and not play one of your favorite games on it. I know. So salty.
Modern Warfare. I can't even read my writing. Modern Warfare 2.
God of Warfare 2.
And Diablo 3 rumors. So Diablo 3 coming to Switch.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah. It was kind of like there was a rumor about it. It was this is how it happened. There was one day there was a rumor about it, and they were like, "Oh, that'd be so cool if it happened." The next day it was confirmed.
Yeah.
And then the day after that it was unconfirmed.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Still a rumor.
Diablo 3, the rootin' tootin' lootin' shooting experience. There you go. Go get that. And Modern Warfare 2 all but confirmed. Is it confirmed?
Yeah, there was rumors about it too. It's still not confirmed, but
the remaster, that is.
The remaster. And what's interesting about it is it'll be a standalone game rather than packaged with the next God. But it was put up for what do you call that? It was a listing for it was put up on some shopping website. So it's kind of like,
excellent.
Well, why would they have that ready if there wasn't some game happening? Hopefully it'll come, because fuck, I love those games.
I have other news, but I kind of want to tie it in with like our main topic this week.
You want to mix stuff?
Yeah.
Mix
Do you have any other news that you want to touch on them before?
I literally have no news whatsoever. I know there was a lot of news. I just can't remember any of it.
I do apologize if you kind of want to hear us talk a little bit more in depth on some of those topics. We will, obviously, when Deadpool comes out, we'll be talking about that. We'll be talking about Modern Warfare a bit more. Gears of War, God of War. Fuck's sake, I'm all over the place.
I've got one more piece of news. That film I was talking about last night, Ready Player One, is out.
Oh, Ready Player One.
End of this month.
Yeah.
Which is like it's basically just like a fucking nostalgia film. It's going to be all the stuff from the 80s and 90s, all these different video games, films, all these pop culture references, put in a film about a virtual reality game. It's the closest thing we're going to get to a fucking video gaming melting pot movie.
There you go.
And it's done by Steven Spielberg, so it should be good.
It should be decent.
And there's a book about it, and it's good too. I didn't like it.
So we'll have that. We'll go and see that as well. And so like I say, I apologize if you're kind of hoping that we touch on the news anymore. Does anybody hope that we even touch on the news? Let us know in the comments below. Like, what do you actually listen to this podcast for?
We have a news segment.
Do we? What? Like, honestly, like, what do you listen to the podcast for? Do you like actually hearing
Don't ask that question too many times, because then they'll be like, yeah, what do I listen to the podcast for?
Like, do you like hearing us talk about our weeks more so than our topics? Do you tune in for the topic? I personally love hearing your questions, because that keeps the conversation going.
Do you tune in for the community questions to hear the answers to the question that you've asked?
Yeah, maybe so. Absolutely, yeah.
We'll make this a community question podcast.
But anyway, let's get stuck into this, because I have so much. My blood is boiling with this.
I know,
right?
My God.
Even
from last night, driving home in the car. I know what it's about.
Okay, here we go.
You guys don't know, but I know.
And to all the community out there, we finally got round to experiencing the TR hype, the Tomb Raider hype.
You know, it's so weird you said TR. I was going to say the TR movie.
Yeah?
And you said TR hype.
Yeah, the TR
which is not a common abbreviation. We're talking about Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Alicia Vikander movie. We finally got round to seeing the movie, guys. And this is going to be a full spoiler kind of review, I'd say.
Might as well.
Might as well.
Because in order to express our feelings about the film, you have to talk about the main story point. Yeah.
So if you don't want to hear anything that we're about to talk to the movie, skip down below to where we're talking a little bit more. There'll be the timestamps there.
Will we just like hit a spoiler point, or do you want to do spoilers first?
No, I think we'll just. Okay, we'll just jump into it with the spoilers.
Spoilers.
I think.
Yeah.
Spoilers right now. Hit the thumbnail, the thing below. Timestamp below if you don't want to hear about those. Straight off the bat, movie. Let's go. I thought Alicia Vikander was excellent as Lara Croft, as the new Lara Croft.
Yeah, really, really liked her.
Like, taken from the games, excellent. I think
as the rebooted Lara Croft.
Yeah. I think the movie should have either done two things, like I said to you. It should have either went one way. It should have been like, we are going to base this movie solely around the video games. We're going to stick to kind of the shit that went on and do it like that.
What happened in the first Tomb Raider game?
Or we're going to stray entirely a different way, put our own spin on things. There'll still be like those little like nods to the games, but this is going to be our own thing. It didn't. It stayed borderline middle.
Yeah.
And it was kind of a little bit annoying. Then they brought in Richard Croft.
Yeah.
Lara's father.
We'll build to that. We'll build to that, because that's a whole
kettle of fish that we just, if we open, I'll be here all fucking night.
For that first thing, I didn't mind that. I thought it was, because I think they went for like, okay, we'll take the big set pieces from the game that everyone will remember, blah blah blah. Didn't really bother me. I think if you never played the game, and you seen the film, that wouldn't be an issue.
Okay.
You know, I was just like, that's grand. Films do that.
Yeah.
I was okay with that, but as you say. The story took a big wrong turn.
A massive wrong turn.
I'm not sure why or what inspired it or who was on what when they thought of it.
It took a wrong turn because they invited. Well, obviously they wanted to tell a little bit of backstory with the whole Richard Croft thing.
Yeah. That's the thing about Lara Croft. Her dad died when she was young.
Gone, missing, gone, forgotten. Yeah. We assume dead, obviously. Yeah. This is the thing. Like, right, how do I put this? They did flashbacks at the start of the movie, and I was like, this is okay. This kind of explain the story a little bit. I'm like, the more it went on, the flashbacks started becoming, they were still in the movie, and I was kind of like, we're an hour into the movie, we're still seeing these flashes. I'm like, I kind of wish they just kind of let this go.
Yeah.
Then how do we even announce this?
Okay. Lara Croft has to sign her father's death papers in order to inherit the Croft estate.
Yeah.
And if she doesn't do that, they're going to lose the house, Croft Manor. They're going to lose everything, right?
So everything her father's worked for, she's got to lose. No, she doesn't want to do that.
The reason she doesn't want to sign them is because his body was never found. He went missing, and she still thinks he's alive.
Right before she signs the papers, then she finds this last clue, this last remnant, okay, that he obviously planted, which leads her to a video of him telling her, you know, if you find this video, it means I'm dead, blah blah blah. But here's where I went. I went looking for this goddess. After your mother died or disappeared, I went looking for the supernatural, blah blah blah.
She found the files.
She found the files, blah blah blah.
And she went there.
Yeah, she went
to find
there.
him. She thought.
Yeah,
or to find out what happened.
To find out what happened to him. Yeah, where he went.
That's what we all thought watching the film. Thought was good. She was going to find out what happened to him. And
so obviously,
who killed him.
Yeah, and obviously her father said, "Do not let this information get into the hands of this other rival company
of Trinity."
Of Trinity, blah blah blah. So obviously we knew, like from the trailers and stuff, that Lara was obviously going to encounter Trinity on this island.
Yeah.
Which she does.
Yeah.
And that's all going well. And next thing out of the
after one of my favorite parts of the film.
Yeah, it was the turning point of Lara. Yeah. You know, Lara gets her first fucking kill.
In a pretty fucking epic fight.
Pretty grim battle.
In the mud.
Yeah.
She fucking puts a shift in and does what needs to be done.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see that she's clearly shaking from this. She's struggling. She's, this could be a big turning point. In this is what defines Lara.
Tomb Raider is born.
Yeah.
Nearly. Sort of. Part of Tomb Raider is born.
Yeah. And then...
and then there's like a fucking gimp watching her out of the trees.
Out of the trees, and we're like, okay. Now my first reaction to you when I seen this was like, this like tribespeople, and they're gonna be like,
because there's tribespeople in the reboot
in the game. Yeah,
that's what I thought.
Tribespeople in the game, and they're gonna help her. They're gonna rise up against Trinity, and this is gonna fucking restore humankind.
Cool.
So she follows this person. He's running through the jungle, and next thing he gets to this cliff, and he climbs up the cliff, and she's like, no. And Lara climbs up after said person into a cave.
Oh, God.
And it's suddenly, it looks like this person has been here for quite a while.
Oh, God. And then you see their face, and they're very familiar.
Very familiar. Maybe just looking a little bit older or weathered or beaten.
But certainly not with any worse teeth.
No. Kind of like they've been here for, 7 years. It turns out this person is, of course, fucking Richard Croft, Lara's
alive
father.
And well, with a beard.
At that point, I know I let out a giant sigh in the movie theater.
Funny enough, I didn't hear you, but I knew because I had the exact same reaction.
At that point,
I was just like,
I deflated. The movie was spoiled at that point. I was like, oh my God, what the fuck are we doing?
It felt so alien and weird.
Just felt so AIDS-y. So fucking AIDS.
It just felt ass.
Ass. Just a load of ass in a movie. Whoever thought, here's an idea. Richard Croft's alive. She's gonna meet him. Happy families. Let's go.
Yeah, like it's just so neat. It's just so weird.
Needless.
He was dead. Like that was the assumption. He's dead. Oh no, he's actually not dead. But even if you found out he wasn't dead, there's a better way to do it than to find him in a fucking cave, writing on the wall, blah blah blah. No, this isn't about.
Which can
Richard
I point
Croft.
out?
Yeah, you don't like. Yeah,
this I got nitpicky with this. Like I really did. His cave, right? He's just been fucking surviving in this cave. Okay, he hasn't lost any weight. Okay. Okay, so he might have been fishing. Where was his fishing rod in this cave? He seemed to show fucking everything else in the cave. So he has a load of medical supplies. From where? A boat. Okay, but he's been here 7 years. Okay, those medical supplies have not lasted. His teeth are perfectly white, dude. Perfectly white. He's wearing rags, which you say, oh yeah, he's been there 7 years. His clothes got tattered. He didn't fucking jump onto that boat in the first place in fucking Joseph's Technicolor Dreamcoat, D. He was wearing expedition clothes or whatever. Now he's wearing these fucking rags. He's grown, albeit a scruffy beard, but it still looks pretty trim.
Yeah, pretty trim. He doesn't have the scissors. He cut his beard.
And he has this pristine bow and arrow just sitting there.
Yeah. His trusty bow.
At that point, I was lost.
Yeah, at that point, you were just kind of like, well, if you're gonna do this, I'm gonna do this to you.
Yeah.
You made big mistakes.
Yeah.
None of that really bothered me.
I
just couldn't deal with the fact that he was there, and that it was just like, well, father and daughter reunited. I was like, no, she's not here. No.
Yeah, because I was hoping for a dream sequence.
Yeah, I thought she was down, half dead,
hallucinating.
She had a fucking lump, a thing on her side,
hallucinating after this tragic event. She just killed her first person. She's like, a bit like, I don't know, out of it.
That would have felt natural and real. This didn't. This felt out of nowhere. Completely left of field.
Even the acting from Richard Croft didn't feel real at all. Like it didn't even feel like he was a crazy person. He just felt very.
Yeah, what was he? Was he like, I don't know.
I don't even know. I don't know.
He shouldn't have been in that film because it's not.
He dragged the entire film down.
Yeah, he did.
He did big time.
And I'm not trying to diss the actor who played him. I don't know who he is.
He was the guy who played. I'm pretty sure played James Whistler in Prison Break.
Good for him.
If anybody knows Prison Break,
James Whistler. What?
Yeah, Whistler. When Michael went to Sona, he had to break out James Whistler.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't even remember that.
I know, right?
Whatever. He shouldn't have been in that film.
Yeah.
Richard Croft died. As far as I am concerned, died in that island.
Yeah.
Blah. No, he's alive. And then from that point, as you say, it just kind of felt it felt convoluted to try and explain him being there.
Yeah.
At every instance, every time he was brought into it, it was kind of like, why is he there?
Why is he there? Yeah.
How is this? Blah blah blah. And then, as you say, yeah, you got nitpicky with it. You were kind of like, well, that doesn't make any sense. Oh, and this doesn't make any sense. And that doesn't. Make any
I
sense.
did get nitpicky, but it's for the fact that I'm a massive Tomb Raider fan, and I wanted to see them do justice.
If you were immersed in the experience, you wouldn't have noticed those things.
No,
that's
you wouldn't.
That's the point.
Yeah, that's it.
If it hadn't have lost its momentum, if it hadn't took you out of the story, if you hadn't have lost your suspension of disbelief, you would have been fine with all.
Great
that
way
shit.
to put it. But another thing you mentioned there, the momentum, that was something that threw me off, and I told you about this last night. The pace in that film
really agree with that.
Was so fucking weird, dude. I found it hard to keep up. I don't know. I mean, I love the old Tomb Raider movies. I did. I enjoyed them.
They're
just
good.
Being
They're
a fan.
good. Like, yeah, they're not critical fucking marvels.
These just seem so fucking fast. Like we were just jumping. Like 1 minute, Lara's in London and she's doing this to earn money, and then she's signing these papers. Next thing, she's in fucking Hong Kong or whatever, getting the boat. Okay, shipwrecking the island. Trinity, father. We're straight back into the jungle, and then we're in a tomb. We're trying to tie this all together. It was just like bang, 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 which I understand. Like for an action movie, you may have to do keep it all flowing. That's all right. But I don't know. It kind of just threw me a little bit. I was like, oh, we're going here now. Okay. I was kind of hoping for just a little bit more backstory. Just none of Richard Croft. You know,
more Lara.
Had they literally, like I said to you, started the entire film even with a dream sequence of Lara and her dad going, I have to go away for
Jesus, I've just had a fucking mental thought.
That's it.
What if they started on the fucking boat?
Brilliant.
On the way, and then just do the rest. Yeah, as you said, flashback, dad's dead, blah blah blah. Put more time in the island.
Brilliant. That's what I wanted to see. Yeah. And we got a comment from DLB Fitness, Dale Byrne, on our Instagram, who said that he thought, I think he said, I can't get it up because I got no signal, but I think he said he thought the film was okay. It wasn't very Tomb Raidery, but they're going with the way of the games. If you haven't played the games, obviously you might not find it as Tomb Raidery maybe as you would have liked, and you might just find it like an okay action film.
What Tomb Raider then? Are you talking about the original games?
Yeah, I think maybe like more Tomb Raiding.
Yeah,
there was one tomb,
yeah.
And there was a couple of like puzzles and stuff, and that was pretty cool.
I like those things.
They paid homage to the old Tomb Raider games, you know, with the floor falling through, the spikes coming up, you know, the giant leaps and bounds, which were just phenomenal.
Crazy,
yeah, massive leaps and bounds in that movie. But, and Alicia Vikander did an excellent job of it.
She did
very good.
Yeah, that is like I don't think anyone really has flawed her.
That was another thing about it as well. It felt like they were, like I said, I knew that they were trying to either stick to the game or stray away from it, but. You know, I said that they kept that middle line. It felt like they were just trying to throw everything from the games into the movie. The big so scenes, much, yeah. Here's the plane. Here's your fucking climbing axe. Why'd you have the climbing axe in the first place?
She picked it up to kill that dude at the end.
Where'd she pick it up from?
I don't know, just sitting there.
Yeah.
Someone had it.
You know, it just felt like it was like, oh, here's this. Oh, she does this in the game. Let's do this. Oh, and she has a bow and arrow. Let's do this.
I said there was a certain degree of that. It's kind of like, well, the new fans of this series come from that game, so we're gonna throw homage into that. But like, yeah, I didn't mind them cherry picking their moments from the film. I was kind of like, or from the game for the film. I was just like, fine, do whatever you have to do, make a good film. But they didn't make a good film.
I would have.
Well, they made an okay film, but they didn't. They let themselves down with the story.
Yeah.
With the writing.
Yeah.
With Richard Croft.
Yeah. Now, thankfully, like I know they have left it open for another one, and we're obviously not going to see Richard Croft in it. Yeah. So it has the potential now to be excellent. Now. Excellent, it could be, right? But
that's another thing. Just because from the moment we met Richard Croft,
I wanted him to die.
No, well, I knew immediately. There's no way he makes it out of this film anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he's not part of Lara Croft's life.
No, you had to.
It would just be weird to have him still alive at the end.
Yeah, you had.
I know he's going to die.
Yeah.
It's
they had to do this daddy-daughter thing, you know.
And nonsense.
I don't know, Maybe it was just a way of them kind of trying to bring to life Lara's, like, fucking issues or something. I don't know. I don't know what it was.
She didn't get any closure or anything.
No,
he was like, go on, Lara, go on. I'll deal with this. And she was like, oh, I'll miss you so much. And she ran away.
Yeah.
It was like, that's even worse than, like, just him being dead.
I don't think Lara personally, Lara would have done that either. She would have been like trying to drag
Yeah, I'm
him
not
back.
leaving you here.
Yeah, exactly.
But he was fucked. Like when
He
got
was
caught.
fucked. Yeah.
I don't know.
I thought that whole sequence was pretty good, and it was a pretty good like curse and things like that. I enjoyed that.
I liked what they did there with the whole like, okay, supernatural maybe exists.
Yeah.
It's not that this is a queen that's going to rise from the dead and kill people. It's like it's a disease, but it's like a really weird disease. So it's like kind of grounded in reality.
Yeah.
But like still pretty extreme. I think that's how they're going to go with the next film, whenever they do it. It's going to be like rather than like like a ghost demon or whatever.
Upon thousands of flaws and cliches in that movie as well.
Yeah.
Remember, I said to you I was going to mention something.
You found a bunch of cliches.
It was just this here, right? Okay, so obviously it was the whole like, this isn't trying to keep people out; it's keeping something in. Blah blah blah. That came up, and I was like, "Oh, Jesus, that's been used like a million times." This other thing that I see in shows and TV, and films, so many times. When Lara first wakes up and she goes to eat and she's eating like the peaches or whatever, I'm sorry, I am being nitpicky. There is no call to eat like that. You're not that fucking hungry. Like she was eating like as if she'd never seen food before. You were knocked out literally for one night. You ate on the boat before you jumped off. Yeah, you are not that hungry.
I can't help but feel you're getting angry about the wrong thing.
No, James. No, I like this now.
Pizzas is just a bit much. Like.
No, I know, but I seen it and I was like, if you want me to believe that this is Lara, like she would not be eating like that. She would not be that hungry. It happened in Lost as well.
Yeah.
Where Kate does it.
Do you know?
And I'm just like,
what do you call it?
I'm sorry, I'm being so nitpicky, but I hate that in films.
It's not cliche, but a nitpick I've had as of late. I've realized it, right? I think, how many times did people get hit in the head in this film? Like knocked out.
Yeah.
And then they wake up. Lara woke up after being knocked out and she was gone. She could talk and all. It's like, you get hit to the head to the point where you're knocked out.
Yeah.
You're not going to be okay when you wake up.
Yeah,
you're going to be fucked.
Yeah, like that, the captain of her boat, like he gets fucking knocked the fuck out by that bad guy.
She gets knocked out. He gets knocked out. The dad gets knocked out. But they're all completely coherent when they wake up. And you're
everyone getting the fuck knocked out of them.
Yeah, I never like that. I don't like that in films in general anymore. No. But like at the same time, I get it.
Also, I think this film, like I said to you, would have benefited so much from being at least a 15 or R rated or whatever.
You see some blood. Like when people die,
it annoyed me. Like there was a lot of shooting and stuff in it, and of course, like the bad guys had the cliche bad aim. Like we're standing right, like she was crossing a tree trunk. The guy was behind her with a machine gun. Yeah. And for some reason, he was like just hitting the trunk and like
that's
spewing bullets around her.
What annoyed me about that is
like you're a fucking mercenary, man.
Whenever he's seen her on the tree trunk, he should have known that she has to go in a straight line.
Yeah.
So you just shoot in a straight line.
He was spraying bullets all over.
I gotta get a shot out quick.
Yeah. Damn range, you know.
Like, but
aim down your sights.
Like that's
Oh, I know. Yeah.
That's more or less given.
It's nothing really to do with the movie, like, but
it's
just one of these things.
Common cliche. There was no one I spotted, and I was kind of like, that's a fucking complete cliche, but I forget it now. Bunch of tropes, but there's you notice these things whenever you've lost your suspension of disbelief. Yeah. You notice these things when you've been taken out of the story.
Yeah,
and that's bad filmmaking.
Yeah,
you know, like
all in all, it's a film. Like, Alicia Vikander was excellent, but the whole film was an absolute letdown because they allowed so much of Richard Croft in it. Yeah. And the whole reunition with the father, Lauren father, was the most bullshit I've ever seen in a film in a long, long time.
Unnecessary and just didn't help anybody.
Yeah,
hurt the film.
Hurt me, D, as a fan,
as a person.
It's hurt so fucking much.
Yeah.
So I hope that they do justice with the next one.
I think they have a much better shout with it. But then I was listening to the It's Obvious podcast.
Yeah.
Garrett was reviewing this film, and he gave it he was kind of the same opinion. He was kind of like, it's an alright film.
Yeah.
I know you wouldn't say it's an alright film, but I would probably say it's an alright film. And
I scored it last night between us. Like,
yeah, you said
so between you and me, D. No, but I scored it last night. I would give it a 5 out of 10.
Yeah,
because it's bang on there. Like Alicia Vikander takes that up to 5.
And
then everything else, the writing and everything else after that, just no.
See, I would give it a 6. I would give it a 6, and I would say, Alicia Vikander is good.
Yeah.
I'd say there's some really good scenes in it.
Yeah.
I'd say I like the action, and I'd say that's it.
Yeah.
I didn't like the story. Oh, it was a bad story. Oh, and I liked the bad guy, and that's it. Yeah. And I didn't like the story, and I didn't like Richard Croft, obviously, and I didn't really care for
much of the Tomb Raider movie.
Yeah. No, I didn't mind it. I liked all the tomb stuff,
the exploration,
puzzles and shit.
archaeology.
I liked all that there. Yeah. There's plenty of bits to like.
Yeah,
but whenever you
absolutely.
put the whole thing together, there's too much. There's just too much.
We
pain.
actually discussed before this podcast as well, and this is something that I'm so up for doing. But we could try to edit
Yeah.
that film and cut out all of Richard Croft
Yeah.
and still make
Just
perfect
put
sense.
Richard Croft in, as you say, in a cutscene in the
In a
first
dream
5
sequence.
minutes, and
Yeah.
then that's it.
Yeah, leave the
Forget
dream
about it.
sequence entirely, even until she's on the boat and she falls asleep and she's having the dream
I
sequence.
would love. I just thought that as we were talking there,
Yeah,
if you just started
brilliant.
that film, Richard Croft, blah blah blah. He went missing, blah blah blah. They have this little thing with it. Oh,
'Cause I
yeah,
don't think you
they do
need
this
him.
wee kiss,
Yeah,
and then she wakes up on the boat, and then she goes and talks to the man on the boat, and she's like, "This is where we're going to find my father." There you go.
Mm.
You've set it up.
Yep.
And you don't need to find him
No.
because he's dead.
because he's
'Cause
dead.
that
yeah.
guy killed him.
Yeah.
That when he says
When
that,
he turned around and said,
We're
"I
good.
killed your father," I was
we're
just like,
golden.
"All right, fuck me." Like, I
I'll
mean,
take that. And
yeah.
then she never finds her dad. She hallucinates an imaginary person in the woods after
Yeah.
killing a guy, and then she's like, "Nope, better go get this
another
satellite phone."
fucking cliche thing.
And
You
she
know, we
runs
just made it out of the
through the-
tomb, and the helicopter's just arriving now.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
Fucking hate that bullshit.
But like,
Why'd the helicopter not arrive when they were all busy?
you know, but see, this is the thing, Chris. Right? You kind of have to do that in a film because otherwise you'd say like, okay, well they go and they sit down for 10 minutes, and then the helicopter arrives. You're like, well, you don't gain anything from that.
I do.
You might as well just see
I
it
do.
come in. Like,
I want to know what
It's
they
like-
did in those
do you know
10
what we used to always
minutes.
talk about when we were younger? It's like, why do you never see someone going to the toilet in a film?
Yeah,
And it's like, because why would you want to see that?
true.
It makes it more real, but it's like you don't really gain anything from it
Yeah.
either.
No, that's very true. Yeah.
But like, yeah,
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Like, it's whenever you like lose your interest.
At
in
least
film,
show it go from like day to night or something, and then the helicopter arrives, and then I'm like, oh, cool.
or
so
even
they-
just one day later.
they had to wait. No, don't do that.
No.
2 hours later.
Do that.
But yeah, on top of that, D, then
Do you know
Tomb
what I didn't
Raider
like actually as well?
Yeah.
Just on about the helicopter.
sitting
whenever
beside
they-
me in the theater.
Whenever they took
Whenever they took,
over the helicopter without actually they just like pointed a gun at the helicopter,
yeah, yeah,
which I
yeah,
assume is pretty strong.
yeah,
She pointed a bow and arrow,
yeah,
an arrow
An
at
arrow.
the guy in the helicopter, and he had a gun.
Behind
And
glass,
that was two
yeah.
guns, two weapons, one
against a helicopter.
fucking medieval weapon and
Yeah.
one gun against a helicopter.
One
Two
medieval
guys-
weapon that's been on an island for 7 years. Remember, D?
Yeah, that's it. And two guys in a helicopter with
Fully
behind
loaded.
glass,
Yeah,
and they were just like
probably
"Whoa,
bulletproof glass if it's
They
a
were like,
helicopter.
Hey,
Hey, whoa, wee.
wee.
And then suddenly the helicopter grew the length of a fucking bus because they fit all the fucking refugees in it. You know, I don't know.
But
I don't know.
yeah,
Is it a
I
whole
would
lot-
still say that's a 6 out of 10.
Whole
It's a
lot of
good
nitpicking.
film. If you're an action fan, you'll probably enjoy that
If
film.
you're an action fan, you'll enjoy it.
But
Action
you'll
fan.
probably still find that scene.
If you're a
with the-
Tomb
with
Raider
the
fan, you
father
probably
annoying.
won't enjoy it just as much.
Probably not. Or you might enjoy it. You might like all the shit.
A couple of really good bits that pay homage to the games and stuff, which are very cool
A
indeed.
couple of scenes. Man, I've said it. I know I've said it a bunch. Yeah. There's a scene where she's like rappelling down this thing into a big, massive open tomb just with a light, and I was like, oh my god.
Proper Tomb Raider.
That's it there.
That's it. Just that scene. I would have been happy. I would have left the theater happy. The Tomb Raider was having a massive fucking whirlwind of hype and
Oh, yeah, that's it,
explosion and
that's
all
it,
right
yeah,
around
yeah.
like the couple of weeks that surrounded this movie, because we got the Shadow of the Tomb Raider trailer, which we've talked and we think we're so
looks class.
excited for this. Like, we don't see a whole lot, but what we do see,
Yeah.
it's enough to tell us that the game is obviously going to be based in.
With some South America kind of. I don't know if it's going to be like sort of Central America or South America.
Yeah,
It's them like
Mayan,
stepped
Inca
pyramids.
kind of,
that
yeah.
kind of stuff.
That
I think
kind of
that's Mayan.
building.
I don't know. I can't.
It is
really remember.
Mayan culture, yeah. Oh, there's
But,
Inca as well. I think.
Obviously, it's going to be like.
I'm
That
not
just
really
looks
sure.
so cool.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the film Apocalypto? That's what it reminds me of.
That's Mayan.
There you go. It's
Yeah.
Mayan. So
Yeah.
I just think it's going to be class.
I think it's going to be
I
incredible.
like the
yeah.
setting, and the last two games have really impressed me.
That's like toward
particularly
the end of
Rise.
this year, October, isn't it?
I can't wait.
Isn't it October? Yeah.
Oh, I can't actually remember.
I actually have it here.
You get that there. I'm gonna talk about how the hype has been building just in general for Tomb Raider. Like they picked a good time to reveal that trailer. You know, on the back of the film coming out.
Or maybe it's a
and-
bit later actually. Oh no, I don't have it. I thought I did. I
Doesn't
just have
matter,
the.
don't know.
Yeah, no, it's alright. Yeah, they picked a very good time for that
Yeah.
indeed. D. And then on top of all that, you explained
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah, well, I heard about this. It was announced that the original Tomb Raider games, I think 1, 2, and 3, were getting like not remasters, but they were getting like a graphical upgrade
Yeah.
for PC. So like just like better textures, HD textures and stuff. And that was really cool. If you own the game on Steam or wherever you bought it on, you could get that for free. All
Yeah.
those updates, and I thought that's a pretty cool thing. So obviously they're just like running with the whole
Tomb
new
Raider thing,
game,
yeah.
new film, Tomb Raider. But it turns out that isn't actually happening now because the guys who were doing the remaster never got approval to do it, which is such a weird thing. So they did a port of Tomb Raider for mobile for your phone, and did a really good job. And they upgraded the textures and stuff for that. And they were just going to bring that same sort of upgrade to PC.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they must have just assumed it's going to be okay, but like Edios or whoever owns the rights were just like, no, you can't just do that.
Yeah.
This is our game, so it's not happening now. Apparently, well, it's not happening as announced by them. It might still happen. Hopefully, it does.
Yes, they had a whole lot of shit going on with Tomb. Did I just get a shock from that?
Christopher, you shock yourself?
Oh no, I didn't know. No.
But
they had a whole lot of hype around Tomb Raider at one point, and then slowly but surely, I think Shadow of the Tomb Raider is keeping it up there.
Yeah. I mean, we played Tomb Raider today, the Rise of the Tomb Raider, not the.
Yeah, there'll be a video on our channel soon of Rise of the Tomb Raider,
which is kind of just on the back of all this hype. We were kind of like pumped about Tomb Raider. Like,
yeah.
You know, seeing the film definitely deflated us though, because it just didn't deliver on kind of the things we expected.
But if you haven't played the definitive edition of Tomb Raider or Rise of the Tomb Raider yet,
Play
definitely pick up and play
They're
those games. Excellent games.
And there's a lot of value out of them as well. Like
Very,
they're good,
very
lengthy
much.
games. They're open world, plenty of exploration and stuff. I prefer the second one. You prefer the
I prefer
first
the
one.
original. Yeah.
And I think both of them will offer you plenty of good Tomb Raider content.
Yeah, definitely.
In anticipation of Shadow of the Tomb Raider,
Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
which looks fucking class based on the trailer alone.
I might do some of the old school kind of Tomb Raider again
the-
soon, just to jump back into it and show you guys what I would have been playing and enjoying growing up as well, because I love that so much, D.
Those games, way.
But yeah, that was the Tomb Raider hype that was this week
That is it.
and the last week. Which do you want to jump into our food?
Yeah.
Week? So
we got to do food this week.
so the Noah's Ark food thing is still running here, guys. We have
It's the Xite Gaming Noah's Ark of food, Chris.
Yeah.
You got to give it its due credit.
the Noah's Ark Xite Gaming Noah's Ark of food.
Yeah.
The hypothetical flood is coming, and we hypothetically have to put all this hypothetical food onto a hypothetical ark so we survive the hypothetical flood. It's going to start raining in approximately 2 weeks.
This is week 7. 3 weeks.
3 weeks time on podcast, and we have to have all our food stored in barrels
Podcast.
before that.
How are we gonna do that on podcast?
We'll just play like a rain effect.
Ah, smart. Nice.
Smart. So yeah, that's gonna happen. We haven't got a full list of the food yet, but if you've been tuning in, week out, you'll have heard it. This week's food.
We've actually lost the list.
We've lost the list, so we're gonna have to go back and listen to the podcast to understand it all.
God.
But we'll get there. My food for this week, I haven't put a whole lot of thought into, but I know one of them.
Kill. Okay.
Do you want me to go ahead?
Yeah.
I want
All right.
chocolate.
No. I was just gonna be contrarian.
I want I want chocolate covered peanuts.
Okay. So you're not specifying M&Ms.
Oh no, not M&M, not crispy shell, just like milk chocolate covered peanuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Gotta wonder why not M&Ms, peanut M&Ms.
Yeah, peanut M&Ms would be good. Maybe I want peanut M&Ms. Maybe that's my second one. No, it's too much nut.
No, that's too similar.
Yeah. No, I just love. I had them last night at the cinema.
Mm-hmm.
Very good, D. Very good. Actually, I had raisins. I had raisins, chocolate covered raisins. I like them.
Did you think they were nuts before you got them?
No, I knew they were raisins.
Oh, okay. Because that would have been like the worst fucking decision.
But yeah, so I want that.
Covered nuts.
Chocolate covered nuts. Just a barrel of them would be fine. That's a lot of
Barrel
fucking
nuts.
Yeah.
Good for Chris. Cool.
Do you know any of yours?
Yeah, sweet potato fries.
Yeah.
Easy.
All right.
Man, they're fucking
Tasty, like.
they're really
Yeah,
tasty.
yeah,
Like, are they
tasty.
better for you than regular fries? Regular chips?
So lower lower carbohydrate content per like 100 gram. It's only 20 grams of carbs per 100 gram of
So lower
potato.
carbs, but they're still fried.
And
so
it's
they're
slow
probably
release. So
good. Sweet potato fries.
lower in the GI scale if you're all into that shit. Keep you fuller for longer is what I'm trying to say.
But they're not really potatoes.
No.
They're a root or something.
Yeah, they're like a root. I don't know, like a root vegetable, yam. They come from like the squash family, so like the like pumpkins, butternut squash, potato, that kind of.
But yeah, sweet potato fries.
Excellent, good shout.
Chris, I'm really into sweet potato fries right now.
I don't want you to be, D.
Why not? You don't like sweet potato fries?
I had too much sweet potato.
Oh yeah, you have a thing about sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
Right? When you were
Yeah.
getting ready for your thing.
Yeah, nah. I'm good with sweet potato. Just being you could
Like,
eat, you
you
could eat them
understand,
on board the ark, but just go way down.
It's
the
very
other side.
important you understand this is not the healthy type of sweet potato.
Yeah.
This is deep fat fried.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I
Sweet potato
understand
fries, crispy and full of salt.
that. Absolutely.
Delicious.
So go ahead and put that in. I'm also going to put in I'm kind of torn between a couple of things here, but I'm going to put in milk bottle sweets.
You've already brought them in.
Have I?
You did it last week.
No, I didn't.
I swear to God. How long? We have the piece of paper.
You're joking.
I shit you not, my friend.
This is what happens when I can't keep up to date with the with the food that we're putting in.
Oh Lord.
I mean, if we have milk bottle sweets there, it's good.
What do they do with the piece of paper?
If you're sure that it's there, D, I'm happy enough to take.
Sure. I just want to find. Man, it was so good proof.
Take your word for it, man. Is it on the bottom side of the
Oh,
clipboard?
yeah, it is on the bottom side.
Fuck's sake.
It was here the whole time. That's the secret. Yeah, so week 6, white fudge pretzels. Oh, it's not here.
Oh, it's not there, D.
But you definitely said milk bottles.
I
'cause
did,
then
yeah.
I did milk. Do you remember?
Yeah. You sure you just didn't say milk in bottles?
No. You said milk bottles, and then we got real awkward with each other, and I said, "Oh, well, then fuck you, I'm getting milk."
Yeah. Okay.
You were like,
Well,
"Oh."
put that down as mine this
then-
week, D.
And then the next week we continued that because I got bananas, and you were like, "Why bananas?" And I was like, "What's your problem with bananas?
I don't really have a problem with bananas, just no.
Why not apples?"
Right, put down milk bottle sweets for me, please, D.
All right. Well, we'll check that you didn't do it. If you did, you want to change it. Well, you can change it.
I
next
haven't
week.
put it down. I know I haven't put it down.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Oh man, I'm nearly 100% sure that it was
I'm
done.
100% sure I have not.
Milk
Put it down.
bottle
It's down now, though. D, your second food of the week?
sweets. I was gonna say you haven't done food in a while.
Yeah.
So your last one was white fudge pretzels.
Yeah.
And Meridian natural crunchy peanut butter.
I knew we were due a C-bomb at one point.
I said.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
I did say.
It
I said
sounded very
crunchy.
much.
That's
But
your
it's
filthy fucking mind. It's because look, you had difficulty saying it as well.
D
because you
dropping C-bombs all over the
You
place.
you couldn't remember what it was because I have crunchy written down here.
That's
and
right.
chunky
that's
as
right,
well.
yeah. Oh fuck!
God,
that was
I do not cuss on air, prick.
funny. What's your second food, D? Hurry the fuck
I
up
want
about
a
it.
decent food. I want a real food here, like a meal. I think I don't know what it is.
Like a meal deal.
I'm really sorry. What did I have during the week? Oh, I know already. Put that in.
I was gonna put down the
I don't think we have any burgers
yes,
out here.
Sinker put down the Swiss burger from
We
McDonald's.
did, yeah, and that's a good one.
It's a great one.
That's a pretty good. Oh, I have an idea. Yeah, I think I know what I'm gonna do.
What are you gonna do?
Did you ever hear of a smokestack burger?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those.
Okay.
So beef.
I think you've told me about that before.
Shredded
Yeah.
pork on top.
Yeah, I've told me about that.
I don't know why I'm doing that though because I do know what I'm putting on. It's a different one entirely.
Okay.
It is a red wine
Yes.
sauce.
Yes. Red wine jus.
Beef.
Beef?
Chorizo
Oh yeah.
with It's a tapas meal. We got it in Revolution to Cuba.
Yeah.
And I don't know what would you have with that. Tacos?
With tapas, you
You
normally
kind of just dip in.
you
and
normally
have
get like
it.
breads and crackers and things like that there with it.
We'll
you
just
know?
put some. What do you call them?
Just put
tortilla
tapas
chips.
down. Tapas is a great shit.
But tapas is a million different things.
True, we have to be specific.
Yeah. I mean, if we
Put
could do
down
that, I just
tapas as a whole. I'll just have Chinese or Italian.
yeah.
Can I have a barrel of Italian, please, Jim?
Chorizo,
Red wine sausage.
red wine, sauce,
Well, chorizo is a sausage.
sausage,
Sausage.
sausage. See what I did there?
Brilliant.
But with tacos.
Good
Not
food.
with tacos, with tortillas.
Good foods this week, D.
But we had that whenever we were in Leeds seeing
Murray.
Murray. We went to Revolution Cuba and we had that and it was fucking gorgeous. It was so good. We were like, this is amazing.
Nice.
Everyone ate a
Excellent.
bunch of it, like, and then we had it in Belfast. And it was fucking shit.
Ah,
It wasn't shit. It was still nice, but nowhere near.
nowhere
as well.
near the level. I hate when that
It was
happens.
poorly cooked and the service was awful and they didn't deserve a tip.
D takes me to something I said I wanted to mention to you.
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
Yes. He told me
James
to remember that
Sinker. James
yesterday.
Sinker is finally
I did.
on to Lord of the Rings.
What do you mean finally onto? You never watched it before?
Never. Always stayed away from it. Never liked it. Didn't like the whole magical thing. Didn't like wizards. Never got it.
I understand that.
Thought it was kind of shitty.
I
you know,
didn't
that
think
whole
Lord of the
thing.
Rings was hot shit before either.
He didn't just pick up Lord of the Rings. He picked up Lord of the Rings and The
Extended.
Hobbit extended Blu-ray
Ah,
entire set. 30 fucking discs of it, dude.
good man.
That's incredible.
What does he think?
I don't
Probably
know.
hasn't watched it yet because
Dunno.
it's too much.
He
What
said
do you
if he
think
did
about The Hobbit?
The Hobbit,
Yeah, because if you said to me, "Do you want to see the extended version of The Hobbit?" I'd say no.
I have-
I'd rather have my eyes tore out.
I have
'Cause
the.
that was an hour too long anyway.
I think. Do I have the extent? No, I just have the Blu-ray version of The Hobbit. First Hobbit I enjoyed pieces of. Second Hobbit I enjoyed most of. Third Hobbit, I didn't enjoy the story, but the action was good.
The only Hobbit I enjoyed was the second one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
The first and the third were poor.
Parts
the first
of it,
one
yeah.
particularly poor. Couldn't an hour of that
Took
film
ages
and
to
nothing
get
happened.
into it. The whole shit at the start in the shower.
That's why I thought if it's an extended edition, I was like, oh man.
Until Smaug comes into that movie, it's kind of just like,
and then he's dead.
what's the point? I mean, no, he's not. Other thoughts, closing thoughts this week, D.
Good for him.
I am going, whenever I get back from Liverpool, to book a wedding venue.
My God. For who?
Just a friend. Yeah, book our wedding venue. So that's pretty big.
Big deal. Have you any ideas?
We do have an idea.
Live on podcast. Tell the world, Chris.
No, I'm not going to tell them. It's going to be bad luck. It's bad luck to see the groom before the wedding. What?
Do it in the Glen. We put up sheets of polythene and lights and stuff. It'll be grand.
It'd be fucking magical.
Class.
I was thinking about doing that out in the forest at the back of the house sometime. Having a big party out there, stringing up some fairy lights. Oh, well, maybe.
Hosting a wedding. That would be really cool, actually. You should just do that. Just for in general, like, just because it would look really cool. A couple of like not fairy lights, but you know them like tubes of lights.
Yeah, we should do that there and get the guys around. We'll sit down around the fire like we used to.
But over a fire barbecue.
Just talk shit.
Talk shit, get banged.
Sure, around the fire.
Jimmy Vardy.
Yeah. Another closing thought this week, D, is I am jumping back into Fallout 4. I was literally about to say you've turned me on to it, and I thought otherwise, but then I came out and told you. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and start playing some Fallout. Got some lore off Ryan True Gamer and got some tips and stuff off him. I'm gonna do the survival play. So probably gonna start seeing some of that in the channel. Midweek Minecraft is going very well. I know the second video was a little bit different, guys, because there was no actual rage cam on because the camera stopped.
I love the way you call it rage cam.
Because eventually I'm gonna rage. Like.
Eventually,
it's
the most calming game.
It's back. It is quite calming. It's back in the third video, and believe me, I know it was a slow start to the series, but we are going spelunking very soon.
I honestly thought you were saying it's going splendidly. It's going spelunking.
We are going spelunking soon. So that is going to be good to look out for. Any closing thoughts from you this week?
Gee, I don't think so, Chris.
No? Okay, I've got a question for you, D. Right. Who would win in the fight, Predator or Kevin from Home Alone?
That's a good question, Chris. I think
the biggest question I've seen under this one is how much time does Kevin have to prepare?
It's a very important factor, actually. And here's the other thing. Can he see the Predator? Is it that Predator?
Oh yeah, I don't know. Probably no. I mean, Predator has.
The Predator came to the city, and Kevin went to the big city.
Fucking Danny Glover was in that one as well.
I mean, realistically,
yeah,
Predator. But in the film I want to see.
Kevin always wins. But yeah, that's my kind of. Oh no, I've got one more quick one for you, D.
Go on, Chris.
Oh no, I don't. I did it. I'll have a few for next week. I know that one.
God damn, I'm so ready for that.
Have you got any closing thoughts?
I
suppose before you close, we got to say a big thank you to everybody who's been keeping in touch with us. Yeah,
for sure. Thanks to all the people on Twitter who have been like commenting and not commenting,
staying active,
replying and whatnot, and liking our comments and liking our posts.
Same on Instagram. I'm seeing a lot. I was telling you, seeing a lot of new faces creeping the Instagram story, which is fantastic. Like, just love seeing new people pop up, and you're like, oh, they're keeping up to date with what we're doing. And eventually I will warp your minds. But no, but no, it's good seeing people there, and go and check out the channel. Create a Google account, then a YouTube account, then subscribe to us.
And then you just forget about it.
Yeah, we're gonna start a Patreon so you can give us money.
Here's something you can do. Everyone delete your Facebook because it's shit now. Apparently.
Oh yeah, right now Facebook has that big thing going on. Stephen Hawking died. That also happened.
You know what we should do in protest? Go over there now and just like our Facebook page and then delete it.
And then delete it. How fucking rad would that be?
But don't even delete it. Just log.
Do you know what? Let's just boycott Facebook. Everybody go to YouTube and subscribe to our channel, because how fucking badass would that be?
Right enough. That would send a message.
A big message.
Big Zuckerberg,
watch
out.
We're coming for you. Imagine he subscribed. Nah.
I think he already does.
He's one of those hidden subscribers.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
We know you're out there, Mark. That's one of them.
I call him Zucky. No, I don't.
Never to his face. Never ever to his face call him Zucky.
Hey Zucky, what's up? No.
What's up, TB? Anyway, thank you for everybody who is keeping in touch with us, staying up to date with everything. To the people who are actually watching the podcast and listening to it. Well, no.
Why are you watching the podcast?
Let us know what you watch the podcast for. Just simple comment.
Get out of it?
Yeah, what? Not a whole pile, I would say, D. To everybody who hasn't done so, if you would head over to iTunes. We're asking you to do a lot every week. Yeah. But if you can head to iTunes and leave us a review, that much is greatly appreciated as well. That would help us out tremendously. And you can find us on iTunes, you remember that. So if you're thinking, oh man, I got to go to work now, so I can't take the Xite guys with me.
You're wrong.
You're wrong. Yeah, you can take us. Just head over to iTunes, search for Xite Gaming, take us with you on the go.
If you can do Stitcher as well, you can do all them podcasting apps.
Yeah, any podcasting hosting service that is, there, I'm sure you'll find us. Hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, guys. Thank you for being a part of it. It's great to see you all.
Hey.
No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have.
More people who did that. Thank you.
Any closing thoughts?
No.
I'll leave you the closing thought, Dave. It's for everyone out there. In scent, the word scent, is it the S or the C that's silent? Good night, everybody.